G'day and welcome back to Stitch Up and a second episode of Airport CEO. It's funny, I've just been watching the Canberra International Airport that we put together, general aviation airport only at this stage. Just been watching that one and just watching the plane activity just for a minute or two. Just before I hit the record button. And with perfect example right there, those two planes have just clipped each other. And whether or not the the eastbound plane took off before the other green plane was already underneath it, I don't think so. But they're clipping each other like there's no tomorrow. Now, I'm sure my game's up to date, but at the end of this video, I'm going to go and check that because it just doesn't seem right. I was on the Airport CEO blog. There you go, and they're clipping these parked planes as well. Now, I know that my taxiways probably aren't the best, but surely the whole point of the game is so planes are realistic and the airport's realistic and the planes do not clip each other. In fact, I think there's two planes sitting there. They go. Those two just went straight over the top of each other. So I don't know what that is. I don't know what's happening there. I'm going to check how up to date my version of this game is, but I'm pretty sure that's not meant to happen. There's now three planes sitting on top of each other there, and it's not right. So not whinging at all. It's a bloody awesome game, but this sort of thing just happening is doing my head in a little bit. When I have a general aviation airport, I want it to I want it to work with some realism, not have 5 planes stacked on top of each other like we just had then. This thing's fine here where they're taxiing behind each other on the runway. I don't know why they're not using this as a taxiway when they're landing. Why aren't they coming off here? I'll need to have a look at a bit of pathfinding there and try some new options, but yeah, I'm not too sure why it's doing that. But let's get into episode 2. So general aviation was our goal for the first episode, and that so we've got 8 general aviation spots just here. We've got an avgas fuel set up in the last episode, so if we zoom out a little bit, we can see over here to the east side of the airport. This is the whole area that I want to set up my terminals in. Now I've put the runway kind of east-west in this position because I don't like I've put it like that because I do want to push my terminal up here in this sort of boundary. I want to push my main terminal all the way up here. The only downside to having your terminal running all the way along here is sometimes you're labeling for what the service desks and check-in desks and just the text of the labeling, it can sit in the wrong orientation. So if it's, I'll show you what I mean when I get to it, but they're the only downsides. I'm not too worried about that. As long as we can work out what's what, I think we'll be fine. So yeah, I've just been having a bit of a think about how I want to lay this out. But before we do that, I just want to make a change to the taxiways. So I've noticed here that when we look at the nodes, if we go to infrastructure and check on nodes, we can notice here that there's an extra node just sitting here. And I think what I'm meant to do, because I don't like when taxiways intersect a runway here, as some people have been doing in their games. I like it right at the end because that's what I see at airports, right at the end. But I've noticed, I think the game wants you to put it here. So I think the game wants me to pop it in just here, right at the end. So what I'll do, I think I'm on, let me just go to bulldoze, and let me just pop out of nodes, bulldoze, and we'll now bulldoze those. Yep, and hopefully I've got a few workers in there to do that. Where are the workers? Do I need to call the workers back? Yeah, I might need to do that. Yeah, let's see. Operations, where are we? Operations, and if I go to construction, deploy 0 contractors. Deployed should be 30. Dismiss all the contractors, and we're now going to deploy, and I'll hold control and go up by 10s. We're going to put in 40 contractors because we're going to be building quite a bit. In fact, let's put in 50 out of 84. So 50 contractors, and they should be rocking and rolling. So if I also go to bulldoze, I should be able to bulldoze here. Yeah, that's earmarked for demolish. And then I'll go to my taxiways and taxiway foundations, concrete or asphalt? No, concrete, yes, definitely concrete. And I'll make 3 across here and I'll put it like that. And these guys here, I'll go 3 across and we'll put it like that. And those builders are rocking and rolling, and that's good. What I will need to just do now is get rid of those nodes. So if we go to infrastructure and nodes, taxiway nodes, and we're looking at, is it control to remove those? Yeah. I think that's gone. Is that right? Here. All right. Why does that do that? If I go to taxiway foundation, concrete, pop it back there, that should fix that. But I don't think I'm going to be able to fix what it did to the runway. Yeah. And I'd be ever so joyful if the builders, if they kicked off a bit quicker. I'm going to stay on single speed because I don't want it to happen too quickly at the moment. But let's get those extra nodes in while we're there. Don't get sidetracked already. Stitch up. All right, taxiway nodes. So we're going across here. And we can do that before it's built, which is great because then we don't have to worry about it. We'll just come back and check on it in a bit. And we will go here, here, and here. And that's tidy. Oh, look, it's also fixed the bit of the runway. So that's fixed itself. Good. Okay, happy with that. Super happy with that. I'm going to leave these 2 points here. And we'll just leave it at that at this point. So that's just a little adjustment I wanted to make to the taxiways before we kick off. Now, let's have a look here. So I've got to think about where I want my service roads. And I've got to think how I want to connect the 2 airports. Because they are one airport sharing a runway, but they're 2 sort of sections of the airport. You're generally aviation and then a commercial airport. So I think I'm still going to have to run my roads all the way along the boundaries, and that's fine. We'll keep hitting the F button, and we don't have any flights to schedule at the moment. All right, I think this is good here. Let's jut off the public road. So if I go to public road and asphalt, and we're 2 across, I've got to leave room for a fence there, a gap, and then let's go here. So what we'll do is we'll run it all the way along, and I'll stop at 3 from there as well. I think that's 3. 1, 2, 3 and a bit. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. And now I just want a bit of a turnaround, so I can do an arrivals. Oh, I've got a bit of an idea here. Yes. Okay, this is good. Let's go here, and let's go. Is that going to be too wide? It's getting there. It is pretty wide. Actually, let's just adjust that. Let's go control, and we'll lop off 3 of these, and we'll stick back to this. Yeah, and let's go back to here. So if I come back to here, I wonder if this is going to mean that cars and buses are going to come in here and go around this way, and then exit that way. But let's try that. Let's try it out. Okay, so main points here. So we'll need some car drop-offs and some bus drop-offs. So what we'll do is we'll put in bus stops. Let's see, bus stops. If we do bus stops on one side and cars on the other, maybe. Entrance road, buses. Yeah, we could do this. We could go buses here. So let's go gap in between each. Yeah. And it's going to go dark and nighttime while I'm trying to do this. And I've got no torch as well, but that's fine. We'll put in 5 of those, and then car drop-offs we're going to put in, and they seem to be good. We're going to put in them exactly the same spot, so 2, a gap, and 2, a gap, 2, a gap, 2 and a gap, and guess what? Whoa, 2 and a gap. That's in the wrong spot. There we go. Alright, we'll see if that's exactly correct when the sun comes up. So that's pretty good. We know we will need crosswalks, and so I'll put the crosswalks in the gap. Is that gonna... Gap is 1. I think I need to wait for daylight to see that. Oh no, I should be able to put it just here. Yep, here, and seems to be a bit of a zone, exactly the spot that I can put it. Should be 4 of them for 5 if they're in the middle, for 5 of the drop-off sites. Yep. All right, let's leave construction of the sidewalk, the trees and all that sort of stuff, and we will focus on putting a terminal in here for check-ins. So information and check-ins. What we'll do at the first point is we will have, I want everyone to enter through the middle. So if I go foundation, infrastructure, what are we looking for here? Structures, sorry, foundation, and my torch is back. Ah, look at that, done in the dark. How nice. Again, I don't think I'm running the latest version of this game because I just don't understand why everything's done in the dark. Infrastructure, structures, foundation. All right, drop-off sites are here. They're car drop-offs, there'll be a sidewalk. So if we look at our terminal building, we'll be having something a bit of a gap away. I like maybe a gap of 2 large blocks. So how about we go like this? Yep, and actually before we do that, I've got to remember that I'll put a wall in there. So what I might do, is this going to cost me if I do this? Is it going to refund me? I'm just going to see if that happens. Let's see if I get refunded. I don't know, I might have got refunded. I think I did, yes, I think I got refunded $1,800 just then. So what I'm going to do is make this, that 6 up. Yeah, it's going to have to be fairly big. Where's the runway? Ooh, there, okay, no we don't want that. Let's just do it about this size at the moment, and we can see if that's big enough. So essentially, I want to push people in through 2 doors, information session in the middle, check-in desks here. From there on in, I'm going to push them into security. And by the way, security is going to be all this section here. It's going to be quite a walk from here. I want to start off fairly small, 1 or 2 desks, lots of spare space. They walk into maybe a walkway to get through to security. They get into security and then another walkway to get into the terminal. I like portioning off the airport so I can then expand. I'm always thinking about the future of this airport and how I want to be able to expand it. Okay, let's see. Ooh, okay, well that's good. Now, so well, we can probably, yeah, let's go and put in some doors. So if I go doors, I've got a medium, a small and a large. Well, we want large doors, and we're going to put them in there and there, and information desk is going to be in the middle, so check-in is going to be about here. Information and check-in. Let's work out where I want these check-in desks. I'm hoping with my check-in desks that I can get the people to actually I'll try and get everyone to, let me see where those doors are. So they're there, yep. So if I go here, I want the doors to match it just at the top there. So we should be looking at there. And I think we're looking at there. And check-in desks. let's see what we've got there. Come back to the information section in just a bit. Infrastructure items, check-in desks, and here we go. So these guys are feeding that way with the queues coming out that way. So if I rotate them, yeah, so this is the way we want them. Now, I also want to remember that I don't want to put too many of these in. So let's think about this. Let's leave a gap off the wall. Let's leave some area behind. And remember, I need area behind for conveyor belt to go down into the underground conveyor belt, but I also need area behind for the people to walk, because my aim is to have the people to go behind the check-in desks and walk along. So if I go, what have I got? So let's leave, actually, let's do it here. Let's do it at this line. All right. And I'll leave a gap of 1. Let's just try that with 2 check-in desks at the moment. And for realism, actually, yeah, I'm going to, just to test this theory, I'm going to run a wall next to the check-in desks here, all the way along. And that's going to be because we are not ready to expand the airport just yet. And in fact, we definitely want them using the first door, but I won't worry about that because the corridor is going to run off there. What's happening there? Is this part done, or is it? Yeah, this part's done. Okay, I was thinking, hang on, did I miss a bit? But no, that part has been built. All right, that's good. So check-in desks are rocking and rolling. If I go to the they're going to be built first. So check-in desks are here, and we'll be able to put some information desks in there as well. Now, if I go to infrastructure and I go, structures, foundation, outside my large door, I want a foundation. Oh, hang on. Why is that not working? So I want, how big is this hall going to be? I wonder if I can do that. And again, I've done it wrong, so let me do that. Yep, and I'll go here, 2 across, and I'll go up 4. And then I'll go 2 across, and that. So that's going to be my walkway to security. And it is ridiculously big, but we'll see how we go. Remember, I'm building the airport for quite a few people. But we might be able to make that 1 block across and just move these doors. Okay, I'm going to put it on speed 2 just to get these builders building a bit more. All this section seems to be, oh no, not even that section's done, not even the roads are done. Let's deploy all the contractors because they're annoying me now. What do we got? Operations, deploy all contractors. So 50 deployed at the moment, and phone call being made. Available contractors 0. I've asked to deploy all the contractors, and is that going to deploy any more? Yeah, the number's going up. It's going up to the 84 maximum, so that's good. Okay. Now, while we're there, we can just get rid of this wall. Yep. And is that a wall? Why is that a wall? We don't want that wall there. And there's a door here, but I shouldn't worry about it too much. Should I? Should I worry about that door? Let's leave it there for the moment. Okay, so that's that. Now, I should be able to now go on to here, and I want to go to build a queue. Okay, so for here, what do we got there? We'll come out 1, go out 2, and now we'll do this 5 across thing, snaking. Very conflict nerd international. Thanks for the tips. Great YouTuber, especially for this game. Really good. No, that's good. Yep. All right. So we'll build a queue on this side, and I'm going to swing it the same way because and leave a little gap there just for aesthetics. I kind of want this airport to have a bit of room for everyone. I don't want it to be all squashed in. Eventually, if we have to look at putting even more service desks in this area, we can look at even knocking these down and putting them directly next to each other. But at the moment, I want to test the theory that the guests will then walk through here, check in, and then go back through this area and into the through the large doors and off to security. This is again all with the aim that they have enough time to get through security and to the terminal and spend their moolah, because we want them to spend their money in the terminal. Not get close to missing their flight and not be able to spend any money. Okay, so that's that, and that's that. All right, they're building. We're on speed. Are we on speed 1? Speed 2. Okay, back to speed 2. They're building quick. The roads are... Oh, the roads are complete at least. That's good. Okay, now if we go along here, we'll just have a look at foundation again. So structure, foundation. And where's the boundary? Where's that? Yeah, okay. All right, security, long building for security as well. So what we'll do here for security is we'll make it, let's go, shall we go, security can be there. Is that 7? Let's go 8. And again, let's go 20. Thinking of a nice, decent size for all that. We'll get rid of some walls there in just a sec. Ooh, have we not lined that up very well? What's happened here? Is that going to be not very aesthetically pleasing? Let me just go to bulldozer and take that wall out and pop. No, that's fine. I think we just need to put some walls in here. Why did it do that? And bulldoze this bit. A little bit of mathematics going wrong there in my head. So there's security. Now we can make this a secure zone. Again, this is ages since I've done this. So what are we looking at? Areas, secure, and it'll be a secure area. Hang on, no, we need to put down. So if I make this a secure zone, I've got to remember I want the desks. So if I make that the secure zone, let's just try that for a few blocks. And so if I look at my areas, yeah, that's a secure zone there. And I'll be looking at items, and I want a security checkpoint. And I want a small security checkpoint, or a large, medium. Are they medium? We'll just go medium. Mediums, yeah, straight to mediums I think is pretty good. And we'll make it like this in order to leave enough queues. So, and we will put these guys right next to each other as well. Yeah, that's good. Is that good? Yeah, I think that's good. Just for a little bit of OCD happening here, we'll go secure zones, heat control, and I'm going to lose it here. Yep, and I'm going to pop it all the way along here. Yep, and then, yeah, this is going to push their guest walking ability. I'm then going to pop a wall in, and again, we're thinking about expansion. You guys know what I'm up to. Again, got structures, walls, and I'll put a wall all the way here and all the way along here. Yep, and then we're getting into the terminal and into the gates. So hopefully that all goes nicely. Yeah, we could probably put in our sidewalk now. So foundation, and we're looking at infrastructure, and we're looking at public road. Nope, structures. Infrastructure. Concrete, tile. Pacing does nothing but adds a nice feel to the airport surroundings. Sidewalk. Looking directly at it. Brilliant. Oh, it's daytime as well. How nice. All right, let's make all this sidewalk. Yep, and ooh, we might do some planting in those bits, but we'll put these as sidewalk. sidewalk. We'll do a bit of planning in here a bit later when we make it pretty. Let's see if it works before we make it pretty. We've gone massive on the airport, but small on the services at the moment. The money's just gone under the $1 million mark remaining, and you know, but that's all right. I'm happy with that. Okay, so information desks. I want the very basic to get flights up and running, but I think information desks we might need at least one. So let's put what do we got there? People. As soon as you come in the door, you've got an information desk. But I've got to remember I've got the queues there as well. So how about we rotate them and put them in between those two? Lining up with that one? I don't know. How about there? Right there is one information desk, and I will also put in a what do we got there? Check-in desks, info desks. Info desk. Is that an information desk? Yep, upside down again. I hope that's the right way. I think it's the right way. People standing behind it. What do you got there? Information desk. Yeah, the people will be standing down to below it as we're looking at it here. And an information screen. Okay, these guys are going to be, how do they go? So they're going to go this way and against the wall, and they're quite big, but we might just put one there. So on each side of the door, we've got a desk and a screen. Again, we haven't left much room for all that sort of stuff, but we want the people to use this door, or if they use that one, they're going to head straight down to here. All right, they're going to go through there, they're going to go through the door into the walkway and off to security. And at security, we've got secure zones, but we want to build some queues. So similar to what we just did, out a bit. I think we can push these queues all the way out though, and make them not too long, but quite wide. So how about that and that? Yeah, and then if I go here, build queue, and we'll do exactly the same thing for this one. So all the way to the end and right the way to the next queue. So there's no gap here. They're right touching each other like they would just before security at a big airport. And that's rock and roll. Cool. These guys are still building that speed 2, but they're still building it. So they'll go through here. They'll have, if you have a look at areas, they'll have secure areas. Yep. And we'll now be able to build terminal. And the terminal is going to go along here with the gates nice and close to the runway at the moment. So terminal 1 is the idea along here, and terminal 2 along here, and terminal 2 is a long way down the track, but terminal 2 might also have its own security check-in and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, for now, I think that's pretty good. Let's go to. Do I want to push it with a different building again? I think I do, even if it's just a small amount. Let's push them right to the end here. 2 blocks across. Oh, I've done it again. I do it every time. That's fine. So if we go, let's go 4 up, and from here on in, this is the terminal. So I'm going to go 4, 2, and 4. So it should be, what is that? It's 10 across, yep. And if I go upwards, we don't want it too big at the moment. Should I go 10 by 10? It's not big enough. 10 by 12. I reckon 10 by 12 is good. And here we are. We'll have chairs in the middle. We'll have eventually food and beverage across here, but we'll have some check-in gates here. So terminal building is good. Do I need? I'll just get rid of, what do we got here? We've got this one gone. Yep. And I got this one gone. Yep. And I've got walls here. Oh, no, just here and just here. Double click, double click. And we, little joke from Modern Family there, if anyone still watches that. And if I go to areas, secure, and I can now make this a secure area, and this a secure area. Remember, we've got baggage reclaim, we've got people coming into the terminal and they might be using a separate tunnel here to exit through to the baggage reclaim, and I have a feeling our baggage reclaim could be a separate building just here, so then if they then need to go back and reconnect to another flight, they can go straight back in or straight out to the buses and cars here. So I'll probably do baggage reclaim here. Again, massive building, always thinking about a big future. So these are quite big buildings. We're going to see if it stitches us up as far as size goes. People can't get to their flights on time, but let's fly close to the sun and see how we go. All right. So let me think about how I want the planes to go around the terminal. Oh, I've had an idea. I have had a ripper of an idea. Have I? Is that a good idea? Have they built this yet? Have they built it? No, they haven't built that. All right. I'm going to do something here. If I go to bulldozer, no, if I go to structures and foundation, I'm going to remove, hang on, what am I removing? Let's remove, remove it all at the moment. Yep. And I'll go to foundation. And hang on, I paused it. I meant to just put it on speed 1. So foundation, and what I'll do now is I'm going to make a structure that is 10 by 10, but not there. It's going to be, is it? Oh, maybe it is. How big is the airport? Yeah, okay. All right, let's go 12 by 12. 12 by 12. But up a bit. So if I go foundation, let's go 12 by 12 here. And we're just going to go with this. So 12 by 12. Yeah. And that means I'll do this. And I will speed 2 because these guys have got a lot to build now. And here we go. No, not foundation bulldozer, just regular bulldozer, and I'll get rid of wall. Okay, and I'll get rid of wall. Oh, we're coming up to 30-minute mark on this. What I might do is I'll just explain what the thought I had and why I made the terminal a slightly different shape. And then we might wrap up the episode and kick off again on the next one. But so what I was thinking is, let me just make these secure areas. Ooh. Yep. So these can overlap, which is nice. So if I go there and all the way down to here. Right, so what I was thinking is I want to see if I can get gates, and small gates, not big gates, but small gates on this side, and this side. Very much like you'd see on a satellite terminal. Maybe gates on this side as well could be really cool, but I don't think that the terminal's big enough to hold that. But at the moment, I'm going to aim for gates here and here, and look at and then see if I need to expand the square and make it bigger. I haven't really left enough room for shops and things, but if I had planes on all 3 sides, I think that's going to be pretty realistic, and that is going to be pretty typical of these airports. So the builders, what are they doing? Are they still going? Oh, they're concentrating on the sidewalks. That's nice of them, but I really want them to do the terminal. Just before, we'll have a look here. Let's see if these planes are still clipping each other. In the meantime, we're going to repair the runway for $2,800, and it's looking schmick again. And yeah, these planes are clipping each other. That's good. That's good. They're not yet. They're just flying over the top of each other. Well, no, they're driving over the top of each other, or taxiing over the top of each other, and that annoys me. So I'm going to check the version of my game in between this. That'll be terribly embarrassing if I have a game that's not up to date, but I let Steam update these games for me, and I'm pretty sure Steam's been doing its thing. I've been checking on that, but could be user error. We'll have a look in a bit. Let's see how they go through there. For the check-in. Yeah. All right. So what we'll do is it's just gone nighttime at Adelaide Airport. Oh, sorry, Canberra International Airport, not Adelaide Airport. Canberra International, a new airport for Canberra, made by Stitch Up. These builders are going crazy on that terminal. I really like this. I love the idea of airports with walkways and gangplanks and little tunnels to funnel people from terminal to terminal and this part to that part. So thanks for joining me. We're well over the 30-minute mark. I'll cut the video here. Please check out my other series on Planet Coaster with the adventure pack. It's starting to kind of take off, and we're up to about the 5th or 6th episode of that. Hit the like button on this video and others, and the subscribe button if you haven't. And comments are super appreciated, especially feedback. I absolutely would love feedback. That would be great. Any feedback is perfectly fine. So please, that would be super appreciated, and look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.